Check it out. A guy is riding his bike on a small village path. He doesn't notice a piece of wood on the road at all. After he ignores it and rides right over it, the back wheel gets stuck on the wood. The bike instantly loses balance. He and the bike tumble into the grass by the road. Not only is the back wheel badly bent, but he also takes a spill. But it actually turned out to be a blessing in disguise. He finds an abandoned car tire. Right then he gets the idea to modify it onto his bike. So the guy gets to work immediately. First he pulls out a tape measure and measures the tire's diameter. Then he grabs a piece of angle iron and secures it in a vise. He cuts it to the needed size. Next he spaces out the angle iron pieces and marks them with lines across. The goal is to divide the whole piece into several small sections, with each section being the same length. Next, he uses an angle grinder to cut along the marked lines, creating notches in the angle iron. This gives him the key parts for the modification. He prepares 2 pieces total. He finds a suitable wheel hub from a pile of junk. He takes the processed angle iron and bends it around the hub shape to fit, making sure each notch is tight against the hub's edge, creating a fixed shape that matches the hub's outline. Then, he needs to fit this ring of angle iron inside the car tire. He hammers the angle iron to make it grip firmly against the tire's inner wall, finally getting them perfectly joined together. Then on the top, bottom, left, and right of the angle iron ring, he drills holes one after another. The guy picks out a few bolts of the right length and puts them through the holes, tightening them up to make the connection between the angle iron ring and tire even stronger. For the other side of the tire, he just repeats the drilling and screwing in the bolts. Next he flips the bike upside down. First he needs to remove the badly bent rear wheel. He holds the axle and pulls it out, and the bent rim comes off. Even though the tire on the frame is unusable, the sprocket on it is still useful. After taking off the sprocket, the guy also has a plan for the hub in the center of the wheel. He cuts all the spokes to hollow out this central core piece. He cleans off the spokes, leaving this hub sleeve. Then he cuts it in the middle, splitting it into 2 halves. He gets a steel tube ready and puts each half into the tube, one on the left, one on the right, and welds them in place for later use. Next he takes a steel plate he cut into shape earlier and positions it with this newly made bearing sleeve at the center. The steel plate will act as the spokes for the car tire, making sure it spreads the force evenly once installed. He needs to take care of both the front and back sides of the tire, so it has strong stability. The guy puts lubricant inside the sleeve opening to reduce friction and also to help the ball bearings spin smoothly when they are put in. He gets an axle rod ready to use it in place of the original axle. It goes through the sleeves on both sides of the tire. Then he screws on the nuts to secure it. Then he installs the matching sprocket. The guy is basically using this car tire as if it were a bike tire. With this tire modification done, he can detach the bike's rear rack and bring over this tire to install it. The guy needs to make a connecting rod of the right length to successfully attach the car tire to the frame. After some welding and adjustments, this bike modified with a car tire is finally finished. He puts the pedal crank and chain back on, still using the same human-powered pedal system. He gives the tire a coat of spray paint for color to make it look better. Only then does this unique ride show its true look. The thick rear wheel rim is nearly a whole size wider than a regular bike wheel. It holds the bike up steadily.